So I want you to take this away too. When you do have your branding right, every customer that approaches you is a potential customer. But when you are targeting everyone, not everyone is going to be right for you. Hello, welcome to Monetizing Mompreneurs podcast, where I take you behind the scenes with industry leaders, entrepreneurs, moms, working professionals, and amazing people pursuing their passions and going for their dreams. And I'm your host, Linda Mendable. So I am live. So I've done this workshop before, and I absolutely love it. It's sometimes one of my most asked for workshop, and it's actually something that I actually take my clients through. So you're going to get a lot of value. It's going to be amazing. I am just going to make sure that you guys can hear me good, like I always do. But guys, this is one of the secrets to basically creating that impact that you would like. And I am both in time and in monetizing mompreneurs. So I go in depth, and I will be going in depth in time, because this is just like the tip of the iceberg, but it's still so good. It's going to be actionable steps that you can actually do today. You can get the workbook, because I'll take you through the workbook. You can get the workbook in time, or you can get the workbook in a link that I provided there. So if you're not in time, you get on my email list, and I get access to you. Can't get rid of me. But I love this. I love having fun. I love helping others just come up with a way that that is just that branding is fun and easy, and growing your business is fun and easy. And so I can't wait to just go through this. Is exactly what I take my clients through. So if you're catching the replay, go ahead and put replay. Yes, this video will be available in both the library and within time. And in time, I'm going to go a little bit further with you guys, because I developed a quiz that I want to take you guys through that is part of this. So it's all good, and it's all awesome. So I'm Linda Mendable, web designer, brand strategist, helping you align your brand with what you are called and meant to do. So I'm just going to get right to it. There's nothing to it but to do it. So I'll be going marketing your brand, marketing your brand, and creating your platform, how to create your irresistible brand without having to sacrifice your authenticity. This is going to be so good, okay? And I want you to take notes. If you have paper and pen, take notes. So I'm gonna go through how I got started booking clients and opportunities by creating an irresistible brand with this one simple tweak. But first, let's talk about this picture. I want you guys to kind of understand that word of mouth is a powerful thing. Things can be all around you, as you can see in this picture. But what is this guy going for when the waiter is taking his order in the small thing? He is going for what she's having. So word of mouth is ridiculously important, and that's what social media brings you. So social media allows you to start a dialogue. An irresistible brand gets the right people talking about your brand. In a recent study, 64% of marketing executives indicated that they believe word of mouth is the most effective form of marketing. However, only 6% say they have mastered it. That's such a small number. So the power of social media. Social media allows you to create that dialogue, my peeps. The power of social media. This is where people have a dialogue with you and your brand. The key is to be that person they know, like, and trust. I know, like, people come in here and do like quick little tips, but I'm going to take you through this because I really feel like this is one of my most asked for workshops, and I want to give it to you guys. Okay, so they want to hear from you, giving you a bird's eye view. I want you to understand that you have access to millions and billions of users if you add it all up and do all that. And I want you to understand that having access to all those people, the greatest thing is that you are able with social media to create that dialogue and to be that person that recommends something. Okay, that's what you do with social media with your business. Social media is a great way for you to market your business. So I get it. You already feel like you spend too much time on social media, right? And I'm going to give you some amazing tips. It's not your fault. Only 6% of top level marketing executives say they mastered word of mouth. And the simple tweak you can try today is to engage your audience by talking with you and creating the know, like, and trust factor. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to give you my 3 secrets. I know what you're asking, right? But how do I do that without spending all of your precious time? So I'm here to help. The point of this workshop is to help you market your brand by saving more time, being more authentic, and creating a dialogue that creates that know, like, and trust factor with your ideal dream clients and customers. So I want you guys to meet Adele. So one of the things that she says is, I knew my brand wasn't great. The amount of business was telling me so. I was feeling lost. I had been spending hours and hours not appearing to get anywhere fast. And Linda walked into my life, and in literally half an hour, I had clarity, I had vision, and I had confidence. So one of the things that Adele, she was a divorce coach or divorce. She worked with divorcees. And when we got her brand, I sat down and talked to her, and I asked her why she was using the colors that she was using and the images that she was using. I've noticed with brands that kind of had this hard transition, that you're reaching those people that are in a hard place and they're in a transition that they want to transform their lives, that you use branding to attract where they are now. And that's a big no-no. So that's one of the first things that I tell my clients is that what you want to do is create a brand or or use these images that actually reflect your client's transformation. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to show, if you're working with divorcees, you don't want to show a sad picture of a woman in the corner crying, because that's not what they want. They actually want a transformation. They want that confidence, right? So think about your brand. Think about the person's transformation that you're trying to create, and try to see what type of images and colors that can illustrate that for them, because what they're desiring is that transformation. So our goal here today, that I'm coming in and busting in, is for you to create the know, like, and trust factor with a simple approach. So we're going to talk about crafting your brand's core message, visual imagery and how it can complement your brand, mindset and social media and how to use it effectively, creating your brand's avatar, client, customer, audience, and fan base. So ready? I see you, sis. You want an irresistible brand. All of you in here want an irresistible brand. You're tired of tweaking your website, changing your pictures, figuring out what filters to use, and make that IG look bomb. Because I follow back ain't working, right? But I follow back. So if you follow me on Instagram, social media, I do follow back, because you never know who you might meet. I do believe that. And for those algorithms, right? If it's too much they're following, if you're following too much, what I say to that is that it's almost like getting ad space, but you're not paying for it. So you never know who you may follow, and you never know how they will respond to your content. So just think about it like that. And it also depends if you're an influencer or if you're a coach and what type of products you're selling. So that makes a big deal on how you would use social media like Instagram, Facebook, etc. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. If you don't already know, I was pretty much tired of everyone projecting their dream for my life. So my dad, he was a Marine. My dad and my mom was a nurse. And lo and behold, what did I go? I go and basically as a medic. So I go into the Army as a medic because that's where my family, my parents felt safe. They felt safe for me. And having this was, safe for them. They wanted me to have a successful life, right? So this is me then in 2010. I just came out of the military, came out of a horrible relationship. I'm actually a domestic abuse survivor. I like saying that because there is a certain mindset that you have to have and go through in order to get out of toxic relationships. And that is not an easy thing to do. And so I like to say that because I just want you to know that I have done mental work, some personal growth, and a lot of it has to do with God. Anyways, I met the love of my life. We are going on 10 years this November. Still strong, thank God. So this is when I first started. And I started handcrafting handbags. This is embarrassing, but I first started in handcrafting handbags. And this was my first event. Nobody showed up other than the people that were there to host it with me. And but the thing about it is people did buy. And I learned something about branding. And because look at the product, it was just handmade, and it could have some work. And then I had these clutches and these handbags, and I got better and better. So I have definitely better pictures than this. And I actually ended up doing fashion shows and clothing and all of that jazz, some videos. But I learned something super important about branding, and that was that your product or services has to represent something. It has to identify with the person that you are speaking with. And then because of blogging, because I learned the power of social media, I learned the power of word of mouth in today's economy, in today's market with social media. I was actually invited to be a speaker at a bloggers conference, and it was my first speaking engagement. I was a mompreneur, and my baby boy, my oldest, now 7, he was just a few months old, and I was the only speaker, and it was the first time. But I learned the power of using social media that can land you incredible opportunities, to the point that I won Miss Mompreneur 2019, which is super exciting. Still something that I'm just like in awe about. Like, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Anyways, what I did was I started sharing my story. Okay. I knew if I could use social media in such a way to connect, to get my products and services in front of people in a creative way, that I could build a profitable brand and business. So I started sharing my story. I started having an emotional connection with the people that understood what I was selling, because I was selling more than just a product, right? Because sometimes we just look at, oh, this is just handbags, or this is just jewelry, or this is just my services. No, we're selling more than that. We are selling a little bit, not selling, but we are giving a bit of a transformation and impact when it comes to sharing our story. By sharing my story and the inspiration behind my products and services, I was able to reach more people, book more clients, opportunities opened up and hit my inbox. I became nationally known and awarded, as you saw, and I became recognized, liked, and trusted. So I want you to kind of get a feel for how you can use social media. So one of the I want you to meet one of my clients, Lucy, and she says, if you are ready to take your dream to the next level, then Linda Mendable is your go-to person. From the very beginning, she presented what my dream could look like. I immediately was drawn to working together and pursuing my dream by following actionable steps. She has been there to direct me from start to finish. It is hard for me to express how amazing Linda really is. So Lucy came to us with one of her gifts and talents, right? And basically, when it comes to the online realm, sometimes if you're not in it, or maybe you're very engrossed in your business, you're into growing it, you're into making the product, developing your services, helping your clients. And sometimes you don't know what's available to you out here in the online realm, in the online world. So one of the things that I presented Lucy with was an opportunity for her on how she can effectively use her gifts and talents in today's market. And so that's what we did with Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. So let's create your irresistible brand. Now I want to show you how to create and market your own online platform by developing your irresistible brand. So obviously I showed you a little bit about my story, you connected, stories are impactful, and I want to encourage you on how you can use your story as well. So learn my three secret steps to developing your irresistible brand and develop your know, like, and trust factor without having to be everywhere on social media, I promise, or sacrifice your authenticity. Secret one, why this one simple approach allows you to avoid the number one mistake people make and ensures you to build a brand people know, like, and trust. Secret two, how to get your ideal clients, customers to invest in your content, products, or services, even when you don't have a shiny new website and you don't have to have like amazing branded photos. Secret three, why you don't need to be everywhere on social media to reach your ideal customers, clients when you start using this simple approach. So, secret one, your brand's core message. So, your brand's core message is what people identify with when it comes to your brand. Is the wording people use to describe your brand. It's not by chance. So, one of the things that I like to walk my clients through is to take 5 descriptive words that they would like other people to say about their brands. So, choose 5 words that you would like to describe your brand with. So, a core message unifies your brand. It allows you to identify the cohesiveness of all its different moving parts to illustrate one message. So, for instance, like let's say some of your 5 core message core words are confidence, authentic, bold, and fearless and beautiful, right? These are the words that you want basic your clients and customers, the people that land on your site, every image that you're posting, the content that you're posting, you want people to walk away and say, you know what, after reading Linda's post, I felt fearless to go in the pursuit of my dreams, right? Oh, after landing on Linda's website, it's so beautiful, right? So just understand that these core words are what people are going to use to describe your brand. One of the best examples that I like to take away is Nike, right? Just do it. So one of the things that I would have you do is basically flip out a sheet of paper, and if you're catching a replay, you can go ahead and put pause, and you can write out what Nike identifies with you. Like, what are the descriptive words that you would use with Nike? Fit, bold, you know, all these words, right? You will notice that they actually underline 5 core words. You can find their 5 core words. You can do this with any brand, and you can identify 5 core descriptive words that these brands use when it comes to their marketing strategy. And so I want you to take that away when it comes to your brand. Like, what are the words that you can use? So each time that you're posting, each time that you are writing content, you have to ask yourself, does this exude confidence? Is this something that you can be related as authentic? Is this bold? Is this fearless? Does this say beautiful? If those are your descriptive words. So if you downloaded the workbook, then you can go through it in the workbook. So one of the transformations, I want you guys to meet Shannon. So this is one of Shannon's transformation. And basically we took Shannon's words on what she wanted. She wanted bold, she wanted high end. And so we took her before, what it looked like before, and now what it looks like after. She actually still reports to me to this day saying that clients are absolutely wanting to work with her because of her website. And it's not only because of her website, but it is also because of the branding of her website. And so I want you to understand, when it comes to your website, even if it's a simple website, just ask yourself, like, what is your website saying to your ideal clients and customers? Developing your core message allows your brand to be cohesive and unifies what people can identify with when it comes to your brand. Before moving on, make sure you go through your workbook to get a deeper understanding of what is your brand's core message. So here I have a copy of the workbook of the secret number one, why this one simple approach allows you to avoid the number one mistake people make and ensures you to build a brand people know, like, and trust. And the number one mistake that people make is that they are not cohesive. They do not have a cohesive brand. They're all over the place. They're saying all kinds of different things. But when you have your 5 core words, you're able to basically hone in on your message and build that core message and that core brand message that you want to relate to your clients and customers, that you want them to say out of their mouths about your brand. Hope that makes sense. So I have it all there for you to go through the exercise. Okay, secret 2, target marketing. Creating your avatar. I know. You hear it everywhere, right? Create your avatar, do your avatar. But creating an avatar gives you the ability to powerfully communicate with the people who are most likely to become your clients and customers. Tip. Okay, so what I like to take my clients to, I like to ask them a question. And the question that I like to ask is, what is a brand you associate your brand with? So is it Mercedes? Is it Target? What would you say that you would associate your brand with? Because basically the shopper there is going to be different from either or, right? So, and it doesn't mean if you have a Mercedes, you don't shop at Target, because still do. I mean, you know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. What matters is like just an example for you to kind of compartmentalize it and have it in your mind. What is just getting you through the exercise and getting you out of your head. What is a brand you associate your brand with? When you target everyone, you'll reach no one. An avatar allows you to have the ability to understand and build authentic connections. Let's face it, not every customer is right for you, your business and or your content. So I want you to take this away too. When you do have your branding right, every customer that approaches you is a potential customer. But when you are targeting everyone, not everyone is going to be right for you. It's just, luck of the draw, I guess. So here is another one of my clients. And basically, her ideal client and customer was for weddings. She loved working with brides. And so what she had before, you can see here, she had a lot of black, and she does have a picture of a bride, but it doesn't really scream out like that's her main focus is brides. Another thing I want to take away when it comes to your images, try to avoid black unless you are trying to highlight something. Black is mostly used as a highlighter color and not something to be like your main brand color. Just FYI. Because I do see that mistake a lot out here with some of y'all using black on everything. It's okay, but it is a color to basically highlight. Okay, creating your avatar. Creating your avatar gives you the ability to powerfully communicate with the people who are most likely to become your ideal customer, client, or fan base. So before moving on, I want you to make sure you go through your workbook and start crafting your unique avatar story. So I have here basically what I give my clients to is this sheet of paper. And the last thing you want to do is create your avatar's name. I do recommend in creating a name because it just, my person name is Tiffany. That's my avatar's name is Tiffany. So here, what you want to do, if they're sharp, if let's say they're sharper at Mercedes, are they a minimalist? Are they extravagant? Are they travel based? Are they freedom based? Right? Or they are Target? Let's say they're both. Right? They shop both at both places. They have a Mercedes and they shop at Target as well. And what I would circle for that is a minimalist, because what I would try to identify with Tiffany is she is a minimalist. She is high end. She cares about the product, and she's more freedom based, right? Then I would ask myself, okay, where does Tiffany hang out? Where would she hang out in? I would say she would, because she wants authentic relationships. She likes to basically have these authentic connections. She's mostly in Instagram and Facebook. Those are my 2 things that I'm always in, because I know my ideal avatar, my ideal customer and client is on Instagram and Facebook because she is trying to create those authentic connections and she wants to basically be in touch with family. This is just an example. And then I ask you, whom do you want to serve? Male, female, both. I usually serve mostly female. And then the age ranges, because the thing about it is an 18 to 24-year-old versus a 45-year-old would have different financial needs. I noticed the 25 to 35-year-olds are usually in the baby stage, in the baby age, right? We're having babies, we're getting married. 18 to 24, they're coming out of college, and they have different financial needs. So you can kind of understand their life, where they are in their life and where they are financially, what they're thinking about for their future, what they're planning. Are they empty nester? Are they not an empty nester? Are they in transition for that? Are they still raising babies and pampers? So you can kind of understand like who your ideal customer is because you want to speak directly to them. And guys, we are not like one-sided. We are 3D. Actually, we're more than 3D, right? We we have so many facets, we have so many personalities, we like so many different things. And so you just want to identify who is your ideal person to work with. What are they going through? Now, when you're choosing your colors, I want you to basically understand that if you're going to go pink, is the whole spectrum of pink. If you're going to choose blue, is the whole spectrum of blue, purple, all the spectrum, green, the whole spectrum. So just choose the colors that you believe that your ideal customer and is like mostly drawn through. Oh, drawn to. Because let's say it's Tiffany. I know Tiffany, she's a minimalist. She's about freedom based, she's about quality, not quantity. She drives a Mercedes, she cares about certain things. So basically, she'll be drawn through, for me, what I believe is black and white. But remember, like in Mercedes, for me, when I think about Mercedes, I think about black, right? But notice that you think about the vehicle being the color black, right? Because black is a highlighting color. It highlights. So I want you to make sure that it's hitting back to that. So then just go through the workbook so you can basically further understand your person. So it's not about posting everywhere, but about posting the right content at the right time on the right platform. So let's say my ideal customer has babies, and the time that she's on social media is between 1 and 4 because nap time. That's the only time that she has some free time to really sit down. It's either earlier in the morning or basically later on in the afternoon where her babies are napping. So your ideal time to post would be, if you're trying to target mompreneurs or moms with babies, would be when it's nap time, right? Because she's tired, maybe she just wants to flip through social media, go through the feed, XYZ. So understanding where it is your ideal audience, client, customer likes to connect and spend their time in. By going through the workbook, you'll understand that it's not about random posts, but quality, value-filled content that you can post once a day, even once a week, and it still reaches your ideal client, customer, or audience. So people will not always remember what you did, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. I want you to kind of understand this because when they land on your website, they're feeling a certain way by the images and the colors that you are using. It's about crafting a story and image that touches on your core message that satisfies and identifies with your client, customer, or audience. Telling you, this is powerful stuff. Okay, here's the example of you guys met Lucy, and basically she wanted to transition from just a blog, just a blog, to maybe to influencer status. So from here you can see the transition towards that. She's highlighted more. She has a direct message to her people. and she's allowing them to feel a certain way when they land on her website, right? She exudes confidence. It's about crafting a story with your words and images that touches and identifies with your ideal client and audience. So before moving on, make sure you go through the workbook so you can understand more of how your ideal dream client likes to connect, both in imagery and platform. Okay, so mindset on social media and how to use it effectively. Identify where your avatar spends the most time on social media and why. So when you know who your avatar is, who your ideal customer or client is, you can basically get a grasp on what social media platform they're mostly on. Let's say you have like a person that perhaps they're not even on social media. They're not on Facebook, they're not on Instagram, but you know what? You can catch them on Pinterest, because why, right? Maybe they're looking for recipes. Maybe they're looking for that deck that they want to build. So once you kind of understand your avatar, where they are in their life, what's important to them, why it's important to them, where they shop, where they spend their time in, then you can figure out your price points. You can figure out also how to reach them, where they hang out, how you can connect, because that's what a brand does. It allows you to connect. Notice that people, when they are rocking gear, they're pretty much trying to say something about their personality. They're trying to say something about their status. They're trying to say something about themselves. When someone identifies with your brand, if you're a coach or consultant, they're also identifying with the transformation that you are bringing to your clients and customers. And if that transformation is reflective in your branding and the content that you're saying and the images that you're portraying and the colors that you're using, this is how you go deeper into it. So, can I ask you guys a question? There is a lot more to this. Hey, and since there's a lot more to this, is it okay that I take a few minutes to tell you about this program I have? And you guys been hearing about it. Introducing the incredible membership experience. Oh. It's basically an experience that I developed that helps you build your own membership experience. And I teach you basically almost everything that I've learned on my decade of entrepreneurship and working with clients in all levels, and basically on what has actually worked for me in scaling my business and growing my business, and that has produced the most impact. So it's here, time. So you'll be able to get booked faster, scale your business while spending less time doing things that don't work, because I have proven strategies. Avoid those upper limit beliefs that prevent you from not charging your worth or feeling less than confident in what you're able to provide, because you'll have the exact swipe files and templates that I use that converts inquiries to clients. And by the way, this is still in beta and we're still working through it, but it is absolutely amazing, and I have more to come, guys, in my time. So you'll potentially be able to get fully booked out. And because I'm providing all of my templates, my proposals that I use to even book 5K clients, just the potential to really grow your business and actually see what works in the industry. And there are a few tactics that I do use, because when it comes to clients, you have to make things easier for them in everything in your process. You can't just, oh, I can do this, I can do all these things. What do you want? That is not the way to get booked. The way to get booked is present them. These are your problems that I hear that you're coming to me with. These are, I believe, the right and direct solutions that I have for you. So have a few choices for them. So organize and design your brand and business. So this is not like any other program out there, okay? The Incredible Membership Experience will teach you how to create not just a brand, but a community you love to serve. that is what I'm about. I'm about community. I'm about helping you build a community. I'm about helping you build your membership, your subscription models, because like I said, a brand says something. So when you bring a community behind your brand, you are doing something a lot more powerful than just any other thing that is out there. Okay, get access to my systems and strategies, my plug and play Trello board system and strategy on setting up your marketing and your membership with all the cheat sheets for easy setup. You will no longer have to suffer with not having a client process, because you'll gain access to exact templates I use for clients. So if you're, you know, thinking like, am I doing this right? Do I have a right process? Can I make this better? I'm always about up leveling and making things better. You'll receive my personal proposal templates that I've been able to land 5K clients easily, get booked faster while spending less time drafting up tedious proposals. And those are my plug and play system that is within time. If all this did was give you confidence and clarity on how to grow your business, would it be worth a one-time payment of, let's say, 147? Do you think it would be worth it? So I want you to join me. So I only have like 5 more days before I raise the price to time. So right now, time is extremely affordable. It is extremely affordable because it's in beta. And so I'm taking everyone through basically step by step and making sure that I outline everything and give everything that in their basically in their needs, because I usually work with clients one-on-one, and every client is a bit different. So I'm streamlining what each client needs, because every client is different in their process and growing their membership and growing their community. So will you join us today? So you have 2 choices. You can keep doing what you're doing and stay where you're at, or you can take the leap and help you in achieving what you know you're called to do. So, so this is the last call. Join at a very, very affordable price and start taking action in building a digital product that allows you to scale with style. Because I'm teaching you all my branding techniques, my tips and tricks, having your systems beautiful, easy, time management done for you. So you'll have my plug and play systems. You'll have basically access to my beta that is 0 to course on how to create your own course, where I go through a syllabus and everything. You'll also have access to my organic marketing tactics, which I have there on basically different ways that you can have organic reach and reach more people and get more people into your membership and into your business. You'll also have access to my course called Organize and Design, also in beta. Everything is here in beta, but we're going through everything step by step. Become an ultimate boss, and basically that's where you have my proposals, my templates, all of that, on just the strategy behind that and why things are done a certain way in order for you to articulate your value. And so all of that is the value. See the value there? But today's price is $9.99 a month, or $97 for the year. Now I do, because I care deeply, deeply about time. You do get an hour chat with me. And I know what you're thinking, like, oh, well, Linda, do you know your worth? Yes, I totally know my worth, and I totally know your worth. And that's one of the reasons why I am having an hour chat with me. If you sign up for the beta, you have just these 5 days until I raise the price. And basically, spaces are limited to that chat with me. So if you're able to get in and you're able to book a time with me, then that's awesome and that's great. But space is limited. So I will say that's like a fast action bonus. So yeah. So that is my presentation. And this is actually, I've done funnels before, like kind of in my speakers toolbox. You can have one. I've done them live speaking to an audience. This is the first time I've done it on a video. There's more to it on this. I'm just being real. So that's why I'm kind of like easing in on it, but it's super cool. I actually like this. So yeah, coming to the beta, this is my beta pricing. Like I said, I do value my time. I do value what I offer. This is why I'm coming in here, because I am nurturing my audience. I am coming out here and saying, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. That 1 hour chat with me, because I want to get to know you. I want to get to know your needs. I want to get to know what it is that you need, what it is that you want. Time is something that I truly believe in. I mean, I already have some great testimonial coming out from the people that are in there, from the stuff already in there. And I've already shown some of the trainings within monetizing mompreneurs. And I do not know how to do those units, but I am super excited. I do have a 3 o'clock meeting that I have to go to, but thank you so much for joining me. And I pray that you take the leap and you join me over in time. It is something that I'm ridiculously, oh, it says love your stuff. I'm just seeing the comments. Oh my gosh, love this. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Love your story. Yes. Stories are powerful, they're impactful. I have worksheets for this. This is the workshop that introduced me to you. Yes, this is like the best workshop. We finally finished, because I remember in that speaking engagement, and I'm thinking this is Tiffany. I remember in that speaking engagement, we weren't able to finish the full workshop. And this is one of my favorites. I take every single one of my clients through this process. So because it is so powerful, it is so impactful. And if you just do those simple tweaks of just changing and understanding the power of image, the power of your content, understanding your core message, you got this. Like, you got it more than you even know. So I'm about to run off. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked it, I love the hearts, so keep on sending those hearts and let me know what you liked about it, what you want more from. If I can deliver more for you, please let me know, and please connect with me. So yeah, I'm off. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have a chance, stop by the website at lindabendable.com. Sign up for the Blog Cure, which is an awesome course that I created that will help you set up your blog or take your blog to the next level. And join us over at Monetizing Mompreneurs Facebook group. I just want to say again, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Kissy.